Hey everybody!
Hi!
Welcome to this week's episode of
SeeYaReelSoon!
I was counting on you there.
I was counting on you! Alright, let's try it again. Alright, I can talk.
Okay. Hey everybody!
Hi!
Welcome to this week's episode of
SeeYaReelSoon! We, as promised, are doing a Q&A today where we kind of wrap up everything in regards to Lee's trip that we just published and just finished up. That went by really fast, huh?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, both experiencing it and then experiencing it again.
Yeah.
But yeah, we basically just wanted to answer kind of the most popular questions that you had and then also just talk about next steps.
Yeah. So first of all, if it is echoey, we apologize. We are in an empty room of our house right now. We're still unpacking. We moved 2 months ago, but we're still getting there.
Yeah. But thank you. That actually is a question a lot asked. Thank you so much for asking how we're doing. We're doing really well and just settling in.
Yeah.
But the biggest question we got was,
what time is it?
game time.
Time to play the game.
Darn, I should know. Yeah, but the biggest question, hopefully that works, is when are we going back to Walt Disney World?
Sooner than you think. Or
yes.
Sooner than we thought.
Yes, and probably different than you would think.
Yeah. So we're going back in October.
Yes.
We're going with Lee, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we're staying again at our home, Bay Lake Tower, using our DVC, and we did a theme park view for that trip. We don't think we would do that again, but we'll get into that at a later point. We had to book this 11 months ago.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll go into that more.
But there's also another time we're going.
Who's we?
Just the two of us. We've only had one night away from Lee since he was born, and it was only like very recently. So we are going to Disney today. Like, gotta go. So
not today when we're filming this. It is Monday, but in 2 days.
2 days we're going. Just me and Ashley.
Yep.
We're going for Wednesday to first thing Monday morning. Like, we're flying back early.
Yeah.
Because I gotta go to work Monday.
Kind of like a long weekend. But we're excited.
Yeah.
I think that's really important. You know, it doesn't have to be Disney World, but that's just kind of what we landed on and we were able to make work. But
we have our annual passes, so it ends up being more affordable because we are also staying at Pop Century.
And I think that it was a long weekend or something, or that we just kind of wanted to relax. I think it's nice to go somewhere familiar instead of trying something new and trying to figure all that out in a short amount of time, because basically we just think it would be really nice for the two of us to not get away, but more just focus on each other and relax.
Exactly. And then we're going back with Lee in October, so it's not like we're going in lieu of going with Lee. We wouldn't have brought Lee on this trip because it's a cheap trip. We're staying, you know, at Pop Century and all that. And it was good for us to get away.
Yep. So speaking of that, we're going back in October. We figured the first question we asked, which we did get a lot in our videos as well as in this Q&A, was in regards to why we went to primarily Magic Kingdom. So this question is from Yep, It's Maddie. I'm just referencing my computer. And it says, do you wish you went to more parks on your visit?
And no, we don't that trip because we knew we were going back in October. And we had actually planned to go to more parks. We had planned to go to Animal Kingdom that trip, but unfortunately it was either 95 degrees the days that it didn't rain, and then the other days it just rained nonstop. And we just kind of played off Lee's cues, knowing that we were going to be going back soon, and we said we didn't want to push it because we didn't want him to be out there in the baking heat with very little cover or shade at Animal Kingdom, or just nonstop rain. It wouldn't have been as fun. So we knew we'd go back in October, so we'll do it in October.
Yeah. We are really excited to try Animal Kingdom. We actually went to a zoo nearby and he had a ton of fun. And so that's another thing. I think we kind of knew he could experience that possibly near here, although not quite the same.
Yeah.
But
He does love animals.
Yes, yeah. Our next question is from Julie, and she asks, did you take advantage of Disney Rider Switch, or whatever they call it now, so you would still enjoy rides Lee couldn't go on?
We did not. A lot of that had to do with the fact that we have gone to Disney together like 17 or 18 times, somewhere around there. So we've done all the rides we wanted to do. And when we went November of 2015, we made peace. We knew what we were doing that trip. We knew that we got into everything we wanted to do. We didn't have any regrets, and we figured down the road we'd be able to do whatever we wanted to do, but this trip we really wanted to focus on Lee. If we were only going once for like a 4-year period, we probably would have done that. Or maybe we would have, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I think it's a personal choice for me. I think you do love like the Disney rides and all that. I love Disney because like Joe loves it. Like that's how I kind of fell in love with Disney. So like going to Disney without him, it's just not the same for me. But I think it's awesome when people kind of go on solo trips and do the rider switch. It really works for some families. I just don't think it's for me.
And for us, it would have been, do we want to go on Splash Mountain for the 55th time? Or do we want to do something with Lee that he hasn't done? Or we'll really enjoy.
Yeah. So we've been fortunate again to have experienced it quite a few times, so we didn't feel like we had to do it again this trip.
Yeah. We did want to do Pandora, and we wanted to do Toy Story Land, which wasn't yet open, but now is. So we will do those when we go, just the two of us, today.
So weird saying that. One thing we wanted to say was that we were really surprised by the reception of the balcony side chats. We really thought of not posting those, or I was even just gonna, I don't know, we weren't even gonna do it on a separate day. We were just gonna okay.
And we just thought them up in the moment too, didn't we?
Yeah.
I just started filming when we were talking about our old days.
I think so.
Because we used to do that at the end of every day.
Or I think I said that. I said I really want to reflect because I knew as parents we were just going to be so wrapped up in the day we wouldn't really be able to sometimes talk about certain things that happened that day.
Yeah.
So it was really nice to be able to reflect on, and we're really happy that you liked that. So some of these questions that we're going to go over next were probably addressed in those balcony side chats, but we'll address them here as well.
Yeah.
Exactly. So this one is from Paige, and she asks, what was your favorite character interaction you had with Lee?
Mine was when at Move It, Shake It, Stitch came up and took Lee into the dance party.
Yeah.
That was my favorite thing, just because it was near the beginning of our trip, and Lee is in love with Stitch. Like, it's his favorite.
Yeah. That one, I know probably just the earlier ones, because we just really weren't sure how it was going to go, and then we were just so happy when it went well. Because I was going to say even Mickey, like that first time when he finally went in for a hug, it was so sweet. And then when he was waiting to Chef Mickey, that was
sweet too.
Those are probably my top ones.
Yeah. Our next question is from Sarah. What was your favorite part about visiting the parks with Lee? Just for me, it was just Lee's reactions to everything, just watching him soak it all in.
Yep.
We'd already experienced it all before, but watching him experience it and learn, all about Disney was pretty cool.
Yeah. I know, I don't think there's any better way to say it. You kind of can't explain it. It's just...
It's unexplainable.
Yeah.
Now our next question is from Lee. Lee. Well, not our Lee. But this Lee wants to know what Lee's favorite ride was.
What is your favorite ride, Lee? You'll have to let us know in the comments.
But Lee's favorite ride was Small World.
We think so. Of course he can't tell us, for sure.
That or Dumbo.
Yeah. But I would say, I don't know, I do think I agree with it.
Did he ever get off Dumbo and go more?
I don't think so.
I know he did on Small World pretty much every time.
Right. Yeah, I think it's a Small World, as you might be able to tell.
And he loved the carousel though, because he loves horses. He goes, That's his name.
Yeah, he still does it.
Our next user is Soom Thing There, like Soom Soom. And it's related, and they said, how many times did you ride It's a Small World?
We don't know actually,
Let's take a guess. I'm gonna guess 11.
I was gonna say 9. I don't know why 9 popped into my head, but you're probably right.
Well, we'll put it up on the screen, right?
Did you reach a dozen?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Huh, really fun. I didn't play that. By the way, I stopped playing Tsum Tsum if anybody's asking. I don't have time. I feel bad. I miss it.
Yeah.
But
This next one's from Leah, and she asks, does Lee talk about his Disney trip or certain characters more now that you have gone to Walt Disney World? He doesn't like talk about it, like reminisce, of course, at this age.
He doesn't have conversations, but like he loves like Minnie. So which is weird because we didn't really interact much with Minnie.
No.
But he's taken a real liking to Minnie.
Dumbo still, of course.
Stitch.
One thing that Lee does love at home is watching SeeYaReelSoon.
Because
I think that's like the one thing that can keep his attention.
Because he's not a big TV baby.
Yeah, but he'll point out and he'll tell us everybody on the screen, you know.
He'll point out Mama, Dada, and his favorite.
Lee.
No. His favorite is Monorail.
Oh my gosh, Monorail.
Monorail.
Obsessed with monorails. We had to like find a video that was just like
the monorail going around.
Just the monorail going around.
And he would clap for it. Chewy wants to know, are there any characters that Lee absolutely hated to meet and didn't even warm up to eventually? Is there anything that Lee didn't like that you were secretly hoping he would? So for the first part, I would say Lee didn't hate any character.
No.
But he was not as big of a fan of the face characters like the princesses. He was more into like his furries, like Stitch, Mickey, Chip and Dale. Love Chip and Dale's. Yeah, those.
Yeah. I don't know if it was just that it was like another human, but I don't know what it was. But he just, was a little shyer and didn't really warm up quite as much.
I love when he's just looking like this.
With Rapunzel. That was really cute. He liked Tinkerbell. He was so funny with her. And then what was the other question?
Is there anything that Lee didn't like that you were secretly hoping he would?
I don't think so.
No. I can't remember him not liking anything.
Right.
I mean, the tiki room, obviously. Like, we were just really hoping he loved that one.
But I think those are the only questions about character interactions, and I did just want to address that a little bit more because we did, I remember, get questions kind of throughout, or comments in the videos in regards to how the characters interacted with him. And I know some people had thought, like, oh, they're like kind of hugging him weird, or they're not interacting as strongly as I would think. And one thing I would just say that maybe did come as a little bit of a surprise, like I hadn't really thought it through, is that it is awkward to interact with a 15-month-old. He's small, he's still a little wobbly.
Yeah.
His emotions, a lot of kids that age, their emotions, you kind of like don't want to upset them.
Because you don't know the specific child, you just know that it's a 15-month-old if you're interacting with it, so
they're not sure, like, I don't want to come on too strong, I don't want to, anything like that. And again, even just wobbling over, like trying to go to hug them, it can be a little awkward. And we did just find in general, not with every cast member, but that they were rushing us along, so it was hard to sometimes get them to warm up to the characters because
the lines were much longer for the characters that we're used to, so they were trying to get through them and keep the line shorter, which I understand.
Yeah, so sometimes when I would just want to kind of like let Lee walk up to them, they would, some of the cast members would be like, no, can you just pick them up and bring them over, which, I don't know, it's an interesting approach, but
yeah. For Lee, it worked best for him walking up to them because he could do it at his own pace.
Right, yeah.
And he wasn't like lollygagging around, like, what do you call it? Sauntering?
Yep.
Sauntering up to him, is that the right word?
I think so.
I don't know.
Works for me.
He walked up.
But yeah, the interactions were great overall, but it's it can be an interesting experience with a child that young.
Yeah.
Tammy asks, I want to know how you liked Happily Ever After.
And I even said you really need to be in front of the castle.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of it is we barely, we saw the fireworks.
Yes.
We didn't hear as much of the soundtrack and we couldn't see any of the projections.
Right.
So we will see that this trip.
Yeah. And I do know you can, I know. Yeah, I guess.
We're trying to figure it out. We only have 4 nights. And one night is the Halloween party.
So they won't be Happily Ever After. Interesting.
Well, there will be the nights that there's not the Halloween party.
Right, but we'll be at other parks.
I don't know. At night, will we? We'll make it back. We'll see.
Still planning?
Yeah, we were really planning.
Of course.
We made fast passes.
Yes. But you can pipe in through the TV we're aware of, but I think you do have to stay inside and watch kind of through the glass. I'm not sure. Again, we don't know the best way around doing it, but we just wanted to enjoy the balcony and we're like, we'll just watch it for now and we'll enjoy it in front of the castle.
And we didn't want to leave our door open because then the fireworks sound goes even louder into the room for Lee. So.
Yeah. Yep. Ooh, we got a question from a Muppet.
Mr. Bunsen Honeydew.
Ooh. Dan asks, did you find it hard to transition from complete freedom of schedule, hours, parks, itinerary, etc.? It certainly does make for a different Disney trip. We went for the first time with our kids in 2016, but hopefully having those special moments with Lee made the change easier. I think you kind of answered the question, Dan.
Yeah, Dan answered it for us.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah, I mean, it was a different trip, but it was a great trip.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have planned it for this kind of trip. Like, it worked this way. So, like, if it had worked better to have planned it and we did it this way, I wouldn't have liked it. It would have been a difficult transition, but because it just felt so right, it wasn't that difficult.
I think we, for years have just known this was coming, and again, November 2015, kind of last hurrah. So we were ready to go whatever Lee wanted to do, because we've done everything we wanted to do. We're very lucky in that way.
And the nice thing is what Lee wanted to do doesn't typically have long lines. So it wasn't like he was like, all right, I decided I want to go on Splash Mountain, and we were like, oh, like, you know, it was very easy because we would just kind of steer him if he wanted to go on Small World. We could get a fast pass, we could wait 10 minutes while we waited or something like that.
Yep. And then, I think it actually was nice. It forced us to just hang out on the balcony, because that might have been the one thing, like, missing nighttime at Disney. I did have like a little pain at that, but then at the same time I'm like, but I'm just sitting on a balcony looking at the lake or looking at the castle, and that's awesome.
Yeah. Watching the monorail.
Our next series of questions are about the different items we either rented or used during our trip. So the first one, Aman asks, how did you like renting the crib? Cleanliness, etc. My husband wants to rent, I want to bring our own. Thanks.
We love renting the crib. Lee's not a huge pack and play baby, so for us having a crib was just risk mitigation. We knew he would sleep in a crib. We weren't sure about a pack and play. We didn't want to wind up there and not have a crib. We know Disney does have some cribs, they say, but they're first come, first serve. So we rented the crib and it was perfectly clean. There was no issues with it. We used Kingdom strollers. It was a little expensive. It was like $80 for 6 days, somewhere around that price. But I don't know, we brought our own sheets for it. They gave us some, but we did bring our own because it didn't take up that much room in our suitcase, and it was comfortable, it was familiar for Lee. But yeah, we would absolutely probably do that again. The Mouse and More has a similar question. They said, overall experience with Bay Lake Tower and crib and stroller rentals. So we'll answer the stroller rental part of that one, which was we also used Kingdom strollers. We got the City Mini, and we liked it so much that we bought a City Mini when we got home.
Especially because we started to think about, again, how much it cost, and thinking, well, how much more to just have one at home to use.
So it was like, it was like $85, and we started planning out like, future trips, and we're like, it was like a $200 stroller. We're like, well, if we keep renting it, it's gonna pay for itself in probably 3 trips. If we just buy it, then we have it every day. We had a big jogging stroller, which we got as, when we first had a baby, which worked great, but it wouldn't work for Disney, and even sometimes at home it doesn't really work great. So the City Mini was just really helpful at home too. So we ended up buying it. We probably won't rent it again from Kingdom Strollers because we have it now and we'll just bring it with us. It was nice because it did recline and it was nice and soft versus the ones you rent at Magic Kingdom, and we could bring it to and from the park with us. And
included with the rental was a rain cover and a little
food pouch?
Food pouch, or like a lunchbox.
Yeah. So We the Bowers, I think that's how you pronounce it, apologies if it's not, wants to know. So they want some more information on Amazon Prime Now. This was our first time ever using Amazon Prime Now, and we used it 3 times during the trip. We used it once before we got there, and then twice when we were there. The nice thing about Amazon Prime Now, if you're unfamiliar with it is 2-hour delivery of food and some essentials if you have Amazon Prime, free. I think you have to purchase like $25 worth of food, and it's 2-hour delivery. Or it gives you a 2-hour window. So I know that some days we were sitting there at like 4 o'clock and we could have ordered it for that night delivery. Other days, we typically try to plan it in advance. Like before our trip, we booked it like a day ahead of time. I don't think you can book it too far ahead of time. But basically you go on Amazon Prime Now app, you put in the zip code for your hotel, and if you have Amazon Prime, just log in, and then you can add things like bananas, groceries, all types of stuff. Milk, eggs, cheese, cereal. It can be perishable and non-perishable. We even got batteries on it, so you can get plenty of other things delivered. We got lots of chips, onion dip. We never used it.
Picked it up at
It could have delivered to our room.
Oh yeah, it could deliver to our room.
By Bell Services. You just got to leave a little tip, and you can tip the Amazon Prime person as well.
And then, isn't there a charge though for it being delivered?
Nope.
Oh.
Not for a grocery delivery.
Oh.
At least now there's not. There's
Right.
If you get like a regular package sent to you, they charge. Sometimes sometimes they pay charges, sometimes they don't.
But we liked it.
Yeah, loved it. We would definitely use Amazon Prime now. Again, we probably won't use it on this trip because we're probably not gonna be at our room.
Right.
Much at all.
Right. And we won't have a kitchen.
Yeah.
This is from AP Short, and they asked one question that we already answered, but the second one they asked is, did you manage to eat all the food that you bought, and where did you store it when you changed rooms?
So, one is no, we did not manage to eat all that food, not even close. So that's one of the things we use as a lesson learned for next trip, is not to get as much food because we didn't know what we would need. Now we have a better idea, so we'll plan accordingly. The nice thing is that we were able to leave most of it for Bell Services and housekeeping, so they were able to take all the excess, water, snacks, and whatnot that we couldn't bring home. And then where do we store it when we change rooms? The Bell Services will just take it, and anything refrigerated, they'll put in a fridge for you. And anything that's not, you can put in a bag and they'll bring it to your next room for you. So that's nice. Thomas Ever After wants to know, what kind of camera did you use for this trip and what settings did you use? We use the same camera we've always used on SeeYaReelSoon.
We got this question quite a bit. People are like, wow, you got a new camera. And we're like, no, how does it look different? I don't know.
The sun just went away.
Oh, funny. Might be different lighting, but...
It is a Sony DSC-HX200V model digital camera. I would show you, but we are using it.
And we've had it for how many years?
We got it in 2013.
Yeah, so...
It's probably an older model now, but we have like 15 batteries for it. We did get more batteries.
Yes, we did. And
we used the highest quality model. The key what we found for a good camera, and which is why we love this one, is image stabilization. With you walking around and all that, it shakes in your hand. So if you don't have image stabilization, your video comes out ever so slightly shaky. You don't realize how much your hands shake when you move, but that...
It still shakes. Like, it would be much worse.
Yeah, it would be very bad. Yeah. That's what we would recommend. Just if you probably can't get this model camera, but get one with image stabilization.
Yes.
And we use a digital camera. It's not a video camera.
Yeah, yep. And the other thing to keep in mind with our, and what will work for you versus what we use, is that it is somewhat of a bigger camera. So if you're very interested in kind of always flipping it back and forth between you, this might be not the best fit. You might want to get a smaller one, but this works for us.
Yeah. Antonia wants to know, what is something you brought that you didn't need, and what's something you forgot that you did need besides rain gear? We actually didn't want rain gear. We don't like ponchos. We're not poncho people.
We got that comment a lot, and I don't know if it's because we're like, oh, we're in the rain, and people were like, why don't we have ponchos? We didn't mean to complain or make it feel like we did need them. We just, we were fine with...
We have ponchos here, we just didn't bring them. We didn't want them. In the past, we found, first of all, they pool up on our shorts. So or at least I do, like the bottom of my shorts. So if I wear it, all the rain just collects on the bottom of my shorts. You have to take them off almost any time you get in a line. Like I know every time we got in a line for a character, they made us take our, not us, people behind us take their ponchos off and on and off and on and off and on.
And we have done that in the past. We have worn ponchos, you may have seen in our previous videos, but I think with having a child again and trying to make sure he's getting where he needs to go, we didn't want to have to be worrying about putting them on and off, and he was covered, and that was our most important thing. As long as he is covered in the rain, we don't care about us.
And we typically wear ponchos when it's torrentially downpours, not when it just rains, because a little bit of rain, we dried off instantly.
And again, if we're going long distances. So I remember we wore it a lot probably at Epcot or Animal Kingdom where it's not as much coverage, but because we were going in and out a lot at Magic Kingdom, it just really wouldn't have made sense for us.
For us, yeah.
Yeah. The sun came back,
Yay.
I think.
It's coming back. Although it's really hot here. Like we said, I said earlier, we don't have air conditioning. Our air conditioner broke. And it's the end of summer, so we're still waiting to get fixed. There's a long line. We have to get a whole new system and this and that. So it's currently 83 degrees in here. And the sun is beating on us for the value of lighting, so very hot.
Yes.
All right, our next question is from Samantha H. Joe, did you feel restricted having to stick to a gluten-free diet, or were there a lot of options for you?
Yeah, that was something new this trip.
Yeah, it was not restricting, but was restricting. Like I couldn't get my Corona, we couldn't be an Napoli pizza because, why would Via Napoli have gluten-free pizza?
That's like really hard to do.
I mean, they have it at the Bailey Tower, the Contemporary Cafe, but I guess maybe because they just can't. They only have so many ovens or something like that.
We're not upset about it, it's fine.
It just makes no sense. But otherwise, Disney does an amazing job with allergies. They had an allergy menu at every quick service restaurant we went to, and the one table service restaurant we went to, and I've heard this is the norm, the chef came out to our table to talk to us and give me all my options. And basically catered everything to what I liked and what I wanted, and made me a special meal. So that was great.
I think the way you were gonna say it wasn't restricting, other than that it was your favorites, is that you have a very simple diet.
Yeah, so that also made it easier for me, kind of, because I love chicken fingers. And hidden gem, the gluten-free chicken fingers are probably 5 times better than the non-gluten-free chicken fingers. The regular chicken fingers are just like what you get at, like, I don't know, your Tyson chicken tenders you freeze and you eat them. I mean, they're fine. The gluten-free ones, they were crispy. They didn't taste old because they made them fresh for me. The fries were fresh for me, and the chicken was like mostly white meat, and it was moist, and it was, sorry, to everybody, I use that word. But it was very good. I don't know. The gluten-free chicken tenders were way better than the non-gluten-free chicken tenders.
So you get a point for that one.
Yes.
Still want you to work on Via Napoli.
And I mean, even the pizza, the mac and cheese, everything they made for me that was gluten-free was great.
Yeah.
I didn't not like any of it.
You of course did have to wait longer, but they did give us quick service pagers. Yeah.
So we could just go sit at a table, and I could bring Ashley and Lee their food, and then I could wait and just go grab mine. So, but they were very accommodating. They literally handed me a gluten-free menu at almost every place. Yeah. Right when I went in, I was like, "Oh, do you have a gluten-free menu?" And they'd be like, "Oh yeah, here you go, an allergy menu." Yeah. And they were very good about it. Very, very good.
Yeah, and always ask, because again, an example was at Contempo Cafe. I saw that they had pizzas, and it didn't say gluten-free option or anything like that. But I was like, I wonder if it is an option. So I just asked, and like, "Oh yeah, we can do that." And I was like, "Yes."
Yeah.
So ask.
I do miss my cronuts.
I know. That is a bummer. So the last 2 series of questions that we have here are about Bay Lake Tower, our experience with DVC, and then just tips in general for a baby or bringing a toddler for the first time. And both of those are really big questions and ones that we totally want to address, but I think we're going to mostly do in another video, but we'll address a little bit here as well.
And we still will do a DVC video. Life's just gotten busy. My work is crazy busy in the summer, so I haven't had any time
and we want to do it right.
Yeah, I don't want to just do it half-efforted. I want to do it, the right way.
Yeah. So hopefully soon, because that was one of the big questions. Are you going to do that?
Yes.
Here was Samantha's first half of her question. We had answered her question earlier on. Samantha asks, being in...
Well, where did you get your sandals, Ashley?
I just skip over that because it's like a...
You've got that question.
I have, that's true. So they're Merrell sandals. I'll link them down below. I'll try to find them on Amazon. One thing I will warn you is that I got them at TJ Maxx, and when I looked on Amazon, because I was like, oh, I like these. They are really comfy, and it can be worth the splurge if it's in your budget. I did look into getting other ones. I chose not to because they are actually quite expensive. So if you have a TJ Maxx, something like that, like 6 years on here, like for sandals, yes. But they are like, the way sometimes you gotta think about it is like, I've bought so many like $10 sandals that are broken that it's like, sometimes it is worth the splurge and just getting it once. This time it's back. So yes, Merrell sandals, I'll try to link them below. Definitely do recommend them if they're in your budget.
And if you can find them at TJ Maxx, look out there.
Yes, try to look out for stores like that to see if you can find them on clearance, because that's what happened to me. I'd never heard of them before, and I just got them and then realized what a big deal they are. All right, so on to Samantha's other. So actually, she had 3 questions. Did being in Bay Lake Tower make you wish you stayed somewhere other than Pop Century sooner? I really like that question.
Yeah. No.
No.
We stayed at Pop Century because it fit us at the time. we would never have taken full advantage of all the amenities or whatever that Bay Lake Tower has to offer, and the cost of it was way more than Pop Century. So by staying at Pop Century, we were able to save more money so that someday we could do Bay Lake Tower. And again, yeah, we barely spent any time at the hotels, so I mean, Pop Century worked perfect at the time.
And Bay Lake Tower is now worked perfect for our time with Lee. Like having that 1-bedroom villa, awesome.
Exactly, the 1-bedroom, yeah. 1-bedroom villa. And now that you've stayed at Bay Lake, did it live up to your expectations as a home resort, and will you try others? It did live up to our expectations. We loved it.
We loved it.
We loved, I mean, the resort is beautiful, but I mean, we didn't have any like crazy expectations. For us, the big thing was having a 1-bedroom suite and being within walking distance of Magic Kingdom.
And it answered both of those.
Yeah, and the views were.
Yes, I guess we were wondering like, ooh, are we gonna be like way down low? And it was perfect. Yeah.
And would we consider other resorts? Yes, but not anytime soon. Yeah. So part of what we said about Pop Century fitting perfectly at the time when it worked for us, and Bay Lake Tower fitting us perfectly now, I'm sure somewhere down the road, Epcot resorts might fit, like Beach Club or Boardwalk might fit well, because maybe we'll spend a lot more time at that park or Hollywood Studios and you can walk to those from there. Or maybe our kids will like just love animals and it'll be worth it for us to stay at Animal Kingdom Lodge.
That might be the only one I see somewhat soon in the future. Still maybe a little far out, but that's like the next one I could see us doing if our kids continue to, or Lee continues and any future kids, like animals. And
the other thing to know about all the different resorts is that your points go a different distance at every resort. So I think Animal Kingdom's on the cheaper side. So while we might be able to only do like 1 week at Bay Lake Tower for X amount of points, we could probably do 1.5 weeks or 2 weeks at Animal Kingdom Lodge.
But could it book up sooner?
Right, because we can only book 7 months in advance versus 11 months.
Again, this DVC thing is a huge thing, and we want to go over all of it with you because it can be somewhat complicated, but it can be a good deal for some people.
Yeah.
This one's from Disney Bound 10. Be happy, be you. I like that. She says, loved your videos for years, and now me and my 9-month-old binge watch, and he loves watching Lee explore Disney. We love, by the way, hearing when your little ones watch Lee. That just makes our heart so happy. We want to plan a trip soon, but I'm afraid he's a little too young to experience it all. What would you say is a great age to take young ones? We did get this question quite a bit, and it's really not one that we can answer. It's what's best for you.
Lee is only 18 or 19 months old, so we don't know anything about that. Like, we don't know if 20 months old is great, 25 months old is great.
So that's something I want to address in the other in a new video, is just the things to consider. So not so much me telling you, yes, take your kid at 15 months, that's gonna work because you're dying.
Yeah, you're good.
But where is it going? Oh, but just some of the things to consider. Just the questions you can ask yourself: is my child doing this? And what are my expectations? If I'm expecting this, maybe I should wait longer. Blah, 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 all these different things.
And so how often you're going to go?
Exactly, that's a big one, because for us, we maybe wouldn't have taken him so young if we weren't taking him again this year.
If we were going to do Disney like 3 times in Lee's lifetime, I wouldn't have brought him to this age, and I wouldn't recommend it. I would bring him when he can enjoy it and remember it. But we enjoyed it. We loved it, and we'll always remember it. That's why it was awesome for us. And Lee had a great time. He was not inconvenienced. It wasn't like it was torture for him.
Right.
He enjoyed it, and we loved it.
Oh, the sun left us again. But yeah, we'll address more of that in a video coming to you in the near future.
Yep. So we don't mean to be like short. I think this video's probably been long anyway, but we gotta go pack.
Yeah.
Because like we leave for Disney in 48 hours or so.
Honestly, Joe yesterday was like, okay, we just did laundry, so make sure anything that you want to wear at Disney, maybe try not to wear it. And I said, oh yeah, but I can do that this weekend. And he's like, no, we're leaving this Wednesday. And I'm like, no, we still have a whole week and a weekend before we go. And I'm telling you, I forgot so much that I went grocery shopping for this entire week.
So we have like a lot of meals to eat today.
Yeah, either that or we're gonna freeze them, but I am shocked we're going this week. It's not prepared, but we're gonna have an awesome time. I am so excited.
All right, some things we want to do.
Yes.
Pandora. Toy Story Land. Oh, we watched Avatar. You okay?
I got so excited. I inhaled something.
We had not seen it in theaters. We watched it for the first time.
Yeah, just the other night.
Last week.
We're like, oh, we gotta watch that because we wanted to watch it, and I liked it.
Yeah.
I feel like we went in with low expectations because we heard like some bad things.
We heard amazing things and terrible things about it. So.
Yeah. So we're excited.
Yeah. At least now it'll make sense.
Oh, will we do the new Soaring Around the World?
We'll do Soaring Around the World. We'll do Toy Story.
Okay.
And we will do the Halloween party. We're gonna do Tea at the Grand Floridian. We're gonna rent a car.
Yeah.
So we gotta go.
Yeah.
But we hope you enjoyed this video, and I don't know if we'll have one next one. Hopefully you enjoyed yesterday's video. Ashley put a lot of work into that. I loved that video.
I know, I wasn't thinking, I honestly was just thinking that for me. I wasn't thinking of posting that. But
I loved it, so I thought you did an amazing job with that. Ashley's done all the video editing for this entire trip. This is funny because the previous trips I would, or at least the past 2 trips before this, I did all the video editing.
Right, because I was working a lot more, yeah.
And you were teaching in that. And I was doing, I had my nights free, so I would do them. And now you're home and you're free and I'm working later nights, you're doing all the editing.
Yeah.
So, tag team.
Woo! Well, thank you for asking your questions. Hopefully we were able to answer them as you saw fit, or if not, feel free to ask below and we'll try to comment back. Again, we're not sure in regards to when our next video will be.
We probably won't be commenting right now because we're kind of going to Disney.
Thank you guys so much for your support on this last series. As you know, it was a really important trip for us and we were a little nervous in sharing it, but you guys were so supportive and kind and just make the world go round. Thank you.
Till next time.
See you real soon. Oh, it's so hot.
Our September trip and an October trip we're trying to get.
We're gonna video those?
Yes, we are.
Again, we'll video them as we see fit and then see what
ours will definitely.
Yes. That will kind of be.
But again, when it comes to with Lee, we'll see.
Yeah.
Again, probably do something. I don't know if it'll be as much as this time or more or less. We'll see.
Yeah.